Girl gets married and within 5 months she is dead. And I think the scariest part about all of this is when you see the interviews of her mother-in-law. She's talking about how plants are a living entity and how she did not used to water them. Such a bad and pathetic daughter-in-law. Because in India, women suffering in marriages is completely normal. Who cares about the mental health of the daughter in law? Who cares what she wants? Who cares what her life was before the marriage? No. We need to make sure as a society that whenever a girl gets married, she is controlled by her in laws. She is the unpaid labor of the family. She has to wake up at 5 a.m. to cook everyone's breakfast. She has to make sure that the house is neat and tidy. She has to take care of the mother-in-law, the father-in-law, the brother-in-law. Forget about the husband. Like, who cares about the husband, right? And she needs to make sure that everything in that family is put together, because it is the responsibility of the daughter-in-law, right? Because she married your sons. Every time a case like this comes out, we talk about what a great tragedy it is, but we forget to talk about how to protect women and how to inform them as to how they can protect themselves before such a tragedy happens. This video is not about gossiping. This video is not about hating on marriages. This video is not about a discussion on feminism versus patriarchy. This is not. This video is purely about some things that have been passed down by my parents to me, and some things that I feel like we all as women can learn. Like, I can learn, you can learn, we're in this together, right? So that we don't end up in a marriage where it's not even about ending up in a marriage. When I think about it, it's about being so self aware that even if you get stuck in a situation, it's completely all right to get stuck. You can make it out alive. That's the only point, because nothing in this world is worth you giving up your life. Not your marriage, not your mother in law, not your pati, not boundaries. There is nothing in this life that you should think, ki, yaar, now is the time that I finish it off, or someone else takes your life, like what happened in this case. So we are going to be discussing some things which will help you to make sure that none of us are going to end up in a situation as bad as this woman did. Recently, the Tusha Sharma case has been circulating online, wherein a beautiful young woman had to lose her life because of dowry related and family issues, right? A toxic family situation, who was constantly wanting dowry. I think it was a love marriage, jitna maine padha hai. And we lost her. And that, you know what's the even crazier part to me? That we as a society and her mother in law is still auditing her performance as a daughter in law. If you see her interviews, she is seen talking about how she did not used to water the plants. My lord, right? And then she is talking about what she used to wear, the kind of outfits she used to wear, the kind of things she used to do. And we are till this date still auditing her performance as a daughter-in-law. And that is what scares me even more. Firstly, we as women need to understand that we are marrying one human being and not an entire system. This entire bullshit of not two people are getting married but two families are getting married, the entire pressure is just on the female. It is not on the male. I am sorry to say that, because the dynamic of our society as is as such that a woman has to get married and she's the one who is leaving her house और वो जा रही है अपने पति के घर, right? तो उसके ऊपर पूरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है उसकी फैमिली की भी। लड़की की फैमिली की तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लड़के पर है ही नहीं, बिकॉज दे आर नोवेयर देयर टू बी सीन। जब आप फिजिकली अपनी बॉडी में वहां प्रेजेंट ही नहीं हो तो आप किसी की टेक केयर क्या करोगे? But since the woman is gonna get married and she is gonna go to the guy's house, so suddenly we bring this entire concept of, you know what, it's not a marriage of two people, it's a marriage of two families, but the responsibility will only be put on the woman. You are marrying a human and you are not marrying someone for the position of an unpaid labor for the rest of your life, and you need to draw that boundaries very clearly. Another thing I want to put over here is that this entire thing of, you know, the girl moving out of her family but the guy staying with his family is something that I cannot understand, nor do I want to understand after what is happening in the Indian society. I know that I will offend a lot of people when I say this, but let me state it very clearly. This culture of a girl getting married and then going into the guy's family, but the guy will not move out of his parents' house, is extremely toxic. If you have a man, you have a boyfriend, or you're in an arranged marriage setup, and the guy is clearly saying कि you know what, मैं ये रिश्ता तोड़ दूंगा, मगर मैं अपने मम्मी पापा के खिलाफ कुछ नहीं सुनूंगा, मैं अपने मम्मी पापा से दूर नहीं जाऊंगा, तो आप प्लीज अपनी लाइफ को बचाइए, एंड फॉर गॉड सेक डोंट गेट मैरिड टू दिस पर्सन. You need to make sure that this marriage is a partnership. Cannot be with a guy who is telling you ki my parents come before you, because you are leaving your entire family for this guy. Everything you will do post shadi is going to be for this guy. So you do not need to be with a man who is stating very clearly to you that you know what, I will not leave my parents. And 50, not even 50, I think 80%, I don't have stats for this, but what I have seen around me, 80% of the men, they don't want to move out of their family. They will tell you very clearly ki bhai, come what may, I will not leave my parents. And you know what, that's a good thing, because now you know that you do not have to end up in a situation जहां पर आप ही सिर्फ sacrifice दे रहे हो. Now there is a quick bit of nuance here. I completely understand not everyone is in a financial condition जहां पर वो move out कर सकें, वो एक अपनी space ले सकें. I completely understand that, but it's about the thinking that I'm talking about here. I am not saying कि अगर आपका, you're dating someone, you're in an arranged marriage setup, and the guy is saying that you know what, I'm working towards it. Yes, down the line what we will do is that maybe I will rent a house above my parents, maybe below them, or maybe somewhere near, or maybe completely एक ही अलग जगह पर चले जाएंगे. But he is open to the idea कि you know what, I understand boundaries, I understand कि I like my parents, I love my parents. At the same time, once I get married, I have a responsibility towards this woman as well. So if he's saying that ki I understand, and later down the line I will make sure ki you get a separate space of your own and we all are happy, this is not coming from an evil point of view. This is not coming from a point of view ki you know what, ladke ka ghar todwa do. Because Indian society mein jaise hi ladki bolegi, the moment you say ki you know what, I want my own space, suddenly she's evil, suddenly she's the worst thing ever. So a guy taking a female out of her house is not wrong, but a woman demanding that I need my own space, I need my own privacy, is absolutely wrong. So please don't end up in a family where the guy has such a rigid thinking that my parents are the most important thing, or that I will not move out of my parents' house. I will always live with them. If you want to marry me, good for you. If you don't want to marry me, don't marry me. You will find men like this, and trust me when I say this, do not marry a man like that. You know, I'll tell you a little story. Every time I say this in front of my friends, some of them get really aggravated and triggered, and they will tell me that you know what, you have a brother, कल को वो शादी करेगा और उसकी बीवी ये बोलेगी कि मुझे तेरे मम्मी पापा के साथ नहीं रहना, so how will you feel? And I tell them I think it's completely normal. My brother, once he gets married, should focus on his wife and kids, and I am there to take care of my parents. He is still there. Just because you are not living in the same home does not mean that you cannot take care of your parents. I am sorry, that is outdated thinking. But to force a woman to live with your family under the pretense of I have to take care of my parents, what about her parents? Does her parents don't exist? Are they non-existential? How are they going to live? Who's going to take care of them? No one thinks about that. So I always tell them that you know what, once my brother gets married, it's his life. He should have a space wherein his family can be happy, they can grow, and not कि हम किसी को शादी करके ले आए और फिर हम उसे फोर्स कर रहे हैं, you know what, सुबह उठ के सबका नाश्ता बनाओ. क्यों भाई, अभी तक नाश्ता कैसे बन रहा था? So please do not marry a guy who is not open to giving you privacy and a space of your own. And maybe that space could be a simple one room, but you need to have that. If a man says that I would rather destroy this marriage than move out of my parents' house, then let me tell you, you are not entering a partnership, you're entering a hierarchy, and you're entering a system where you will always be at a disadvantage. Point number two, you need to speak. This mouth of yours, use it to speak, use it to communicate things. One thing that the entire Indian society is scared of is kalesh. As a woman, you need to start doing kalesh if something is going wrong with you. चुप रह के सहन करना is the worst thing. You know what my mom told me when I was very young? I think I was in ninth grade or 10th grade, and my mom called me and she said, I need to have a talk with you. And I was like, yes, mom. And she tells me that The moment you go to school, maybe you are going out to play with your friends, sometimes you're in the park, sometimes you're in an xyz situation, sometimes you're somewhere else. One thing that I need you to know is that the moment you feel something wrong is happening, maybe someone touched you inappropriately, maybe in school someone said something that is not right to you, maybe someone is doing something to you that you feel uncomfortable in, you're feeling like what is happening, don't shut your mouth in that situation. No matter if I am there or I am not there, you need to start shouting, you need to start communicating what's happening. And I think this is such an important rule that every woman in her life should apply, because you know what, I'll tell you, if you are in a metro, let's say hypothetically, and a man is touching you, he will continue to touch you until you start shouting, and the moment you start shouting, that person is going to feel ki ye kya ho gaya, because no one in our society expects women to speak up for themselves, and everyone in this society is scared of Kalesh. So the moment you feel something wrong is happening, don't make the mistake of going in a loop and being like कि oh my god, should I not say anything, मैं बोलूंगी तो ये हो जाएगा, कुछ नहीं होगा, your life will get saved. So the moment you feel you are at your in-laws or anywhere, this applies to anywhere in life, any type of sexual harassment, any type of sexual abuse, any type of physical abuse, start shouting. Make sure 10-15 people around you are seeing what is happening so that they are a witness to it. Never shut your mouth up in situations like this. You need to make sure that you are speaking. If required, you are shouting. Of course, don't do this if like it doesn't make sense. Again, I'm not saying that you need to go around shouting everywhere, no, but when something is happening and it is not wrong, it's making you uncomfortable, you make sure that there are 5 people who are witnessing what you are saying and you are making total sense of the situation. Because you know what will happen, छोटे छोटे डिसरिस्पेक्ट होते हैं जो कि आप लेते जाते हो, किसी ने थोड़ा सा कुछ बोला, आपने चुप होके सुन लिया, किसी ने थोड़ा सा कुछ बोला, आपने चुप होके सुन लिया। अब क्या होगा कि वो चीज कंटिन्यू होती रहेगी, सामने वाला नहीं रुकेगा। अगर आप इस गलत फहमी में हो कि आज योर मदर इन लॉ सेड वन मीन थिंग टू यू एंड टुमारो मॉर्निंग शी विल रियलाइज, शी विल वेक अप एंड शी विल फील लाइक वाओ द सन इज सो ब्यूटीफुल, आई शुड गो एंड स्प्रेड सम जॉय एंड लव टू माय डॉटर इन लॉ, आई एम सॉरी स्वीट हार्ट, दैट्स नॉट हैपनिंग, दैट्स नॉट हैपनिंग। ना आप किसी के साथ गलत करो, ना आप अपने साथ गलत होने दो, is something that my mom told me when I was very young. The same applies to you all. The same thing applies to you all. Never do anything wrong with another human being, and never let anything wrong happen to you as well. The moment you feel someone made a snarky comment you did not agree with, confront them. Stand there, look them in the eye, and say that, what did you say? I did not accept this comment. I'm sorry. You said something that was really very mean. Please do not speak to me that way ever again. The moment you do this, no one in this world will be in a situation where they will start to put you down, degrade you, and slowly harass you, and they will not fuck your mental health. So please do not put yourself in a situation where you cannot speak. And if you cannot do that, learn how to speak. Learn slowly and steadily, start talking about your feelings. Talk to people and don't be scared. Point number 3, you are not the household servant. If by any chance you get married, firstly, I don't get the concept of joint families. I would personally never get married in a family जहाँ एक joint family का concept है और 36 लोग एक साथ रहते हैं और मुझे 36 लोगों के ताने सुनने पड़ेंगे. I am not. Full stop. I am out of there. Okay, but in case you are in a family and it's okay, you feel comfortable there, ठीक है सब कुछ, there is no point of making unnecessary कलेश. But एक चीज आपको ये याद रखनी है, you're not a servant. You are not there to manage not just your husband, but you're not there to manage his mom's dramas, tantrums, routines, his dad's, his taujis, his chachus, his cousin ke bacche, xyz. You are not. You are a person of your own. You have your own routine, you have your own identity, you have your own things, and you go about them. And if you don't have them, please make them. And the last point is super important, so listen to that as well. Okay, so you need to make sure that you as a woman have your own life and you are not just completely entire day running around taking care of his entire family. And you need to be very clear about these boundaries from the starting. Learn to speak up. Be a bold woman. Don't be a shy woman. If you are in an arranged marriage and let's say the family is coming for the first time, You need to sit there and you need to discuss your boundaries. अगर आपके डिस्कस करने से उन लोगों को ये लगेगा कि ये लड़की तो बहुत ही घटिया है, ये लड़की बात करती है, तो आप उस फैमिली में वैसे ही शादी नहीं करेंगे. So if you think कि I should just shut up and listen to everyone, no, it's you who is getting married. Please start taking some accountability. Your parents are not the one who's going to be suffering. Your chacha, chachi, mama, mami, cousin or everyone else sitting there is not the one who's suffering. आपकी लाइफ में सबसे ज्यादा मेजर चेंज आएगा. You would have to leave this house, you would have to go to his house. His parents think that by you saying a couple of words you're a bad person, then be the bad person and leave that relationship. Do not get married to in-laws where you cannot communicate your own feelings or your husband cannot take a stand for you. And be very clear, I have my own life, I have my own routines, and I will be following that. I will not be the emotional punch bag of your family. What happens is that a lot of women enter into this marriage system and they think यार मुझे सबका दिल जीतना है. And at the very big mistake, please आप किसी का दिल मत जीतिए, आप अपना दिल जीतिए. Maybe your husbands make sense to me, and live a happy life. Don't get into the jholam jhal of, you know what, I want my mother-in-law to think that I am the best daughter-in-law. No, no. Or don't get into the system of, you know what, I want to make sure that my mother-in-law loves me. If a mother-in-law will love you, she will love you of irrespective of how you are, till the time you're not disrespecting her, of course. And as I have mentioned, never hurt another human being, be it anyone. We don't do that, right? But at the same time, this entire concept of, you know what, मैं उनकी बेटी बन के रहूंगी. Or a lot of mother-in-laws I've seen, I'll tell you some stories. I've heard my friends who tell me कि when I got married, my mother-in-law said कि मैं तो इसको बेटी बना के रखूंगी. प्लीज डोंट फॉल इनटू ऑल ऑफ दैट. आपको किसी की बेटी बनने की जरूरत नहीं है, ना ही किसी को आपकी अननेसेसरी माँ बनने की जरूरत है. अगर कोई बहुत अच्छा है और आपको अच्छे से ट्रीट कर रहा है, आप प्लीज उसको अच्छे से ट्रीट करिए. बट ये इंटायर फसाड अपने माइंड में क्रिएट करना कि मैं वहां जाके सबका दिल जीत लूंगी, नहीं. यू आर मैरिंग अ गाय एंड यू बोथ आर इन अ पार्टनरशिप, एंड आप दोनों को अपना बेस्ट करना है कि आप एक हेल्दी और अच्छे एनवायरमेंट में रहें. दैट इज इट. दैट इज इट. If you make that happen, that's enough. Don't fall into the trap of, you know what, I will make sure that my mother-in-law loves me, I will cook so much, and then 1 year down the line you are not able to uphold your standard. So do things, love people, spread joy, no doubt, but till a point where you can uphold it, because you don't want that in the first year of your marriage you put so much effort, you put everything, and then that becomes the norm. Then the second year your mother-in-law is telling you कि भाई तुम तो सुबह 5 बजे उठ के अब नाश्ता नहीं बना रही हो, पिछले 1 साल तो तुमने बनाया. So don't set unrealistic standards for your own self. Point number 4, and the most important point: financial independence is not optional, my love. It is not optional. Repeat after me: financial independence is not optional. Every woman needs to have a source of income, and if you don't, we are in the era of AI, chat GPT, Google. There is so much information available. Please do something with your life. Make sure you are making money, because a woman who has money is a woman who has options. A woman who has money is a woman who can choose to leave any toxic situationship. And this entire facade of a sasural and maika is what causes a lot of death. Let me tell you, I am blessed to have parents that if I give my mom a call, if I call my dad, and if they hear me crying, they will come to wherever I am. Whoever has hurt me, unki cheer faad karne ke baad, they will take me home. But I know a lot of Indian parents don't. Indian parents, a lot of them don't, I'm sorry to say this. They will tell you that, you know what, you have to survive, sab theek ho jayega. I saw the chats between Twisha's mom and her, and she was saying कि please take me from here, and उसकी मम्मी कहती हैं धीरे धीरे सब ठीक हो जाएगा. धीरे धीरे सब ठीक नहीं हुआ, धीरे धीरे her daughter died. A lot of you will get stuck in the facade of sasural and maika, and trust me, I'm sorry to say this, but sometimes both of them are not your house. As a woman, प्लीज अर्न दिस मच मनी कि अगर आप एक टॉक्सिक सिचुएशन में हैं तो आप वॉकआउट कर सकें, आप एक घर रेंट पे खुद से ले सकें, और आप अपने आप को खिला पिला सकें, और अपनी बेसिक चीज़ें, अपने ग्रूमिंग प्रोडक्ट्स, अपने कपड़े, यू नीड टू मेक इनफ मनी to make sure that you have that. And if you don't, I am sorry, no one in this world can save you, because the only person who can save you is yourself. If today I am in a toxic situation, I know I have enough money to walk out of any place. any place, and there is no one else who can help me, and no one will. Trust me, when it comes to finances, people will tell you that they love you, but no one is going to give you ek rupeya. No one. Please make sure that you are financially independent. Please make sure that you can afford a house. I'm talking about renting. You can afford that, and you can get out. And if you are in a toxic situation, please equip yourself so mentally that you don't have to rely, I'm sorry to say this, but sometimes even on your parents, because a lot of parents do not deserve to be parents. I've seen some of my friends' parents. I'm sorry, they don't deserve to be parents. They don't. So between sasural and maika, have a house of your own. My last point is that always aspire to have a house of your own. Every month take out some money, do a sip, do a financial future planning of your own self, because आपके लिए आप responsible हैं और कोई नहीं. 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line, you need to make sure that you have a house. You need to. How you're going to do this, I don't know. Today sit down with a notebook, pen yourself, and Google, YouTube, Chat GPT, whatever it is, chalk down a plan. How much money do you need? I know it's easier said than done. I, as a woman, I am doing that. I am planning for a house of my own. Every single woman should have a house of her own, so that when she is in a toxic situation, she don't have to think कि मुझे ससुराल जाना है या मुझे मायका जाना है. She has a place of her own where she can go and live peacefully. And with that, I think there's enough that we have discussed today. I hope you all stay safe. I hope that the victims of tragedies like these rest in peace. May their soul rest in peace. And I hope that you all learn something from this video.